do apologize, and sometimes I'd be like, you shouldn't apologize. She's taught me a lot, though. She's taught me a lot because again, you're thinking about what's the right thing to do at that time. So,
and I apologized to her, and she accepted my apology. And I have to say, it felt cathartic. It felt cathartic, and we actually became closer.
Okay.
I looked at her as a mentor.
Wow,
that's a long way to go.
Right.
Yes.
Because so I'm going to play devil's advocate for a little here, because when you're in those spaces, I've had those experiences, and I know many of us have, where they actually are coming for you, right? Like, why do they get to get an apology?
I think what's important, and actually, Julia, you've taught me this lesson, is the importance of breathing. So it doesn't ever get there. It never gets there.
So you just don't even go there. You know, apologies are needed because there was
no.
Yeah.
I mean, if breathing is just, I mean, Julia said it to me. I've been in a heated discussion, and Julia came behind me and said, breathe, breathe. It was amazing because it's what you're doing when you're breathing. It's that adrenaline rush,
you know,
that rage, and you're breathing. You're just taking a second.
Yeah.
When you want to send an angry email, we all know the advice. Wait, don't send it right then.
Yeah.
Wait, and it's this journey on emotional intelligence and achieving this high emotional intelligence that I think is so important for all of us.
Yeah.
This woman, I was in the wrong, regardless of how she was acting. I was in the wrong with how I was behaving.
Right.
My apology to her was cathartic. We became closer. She ended up writing me one of the best letters of recommendation ever.
Wow.
That's a way to turn that.
Yeah.
It is, but here's my question though. So did she ever apologize?
Oh, no. No, she did not.
See, now that's one of the things. I got to work on that. And the reason why is, so I used to apologize a lot. I don't offer as many apologies as I used to. But I'm one of those people where I feel like an apology is a big thing for me. Like if you apologize to me, I feel like we can move past it. You know what I'm saying? But until I get that apology, I'm looking at you sideways all the time because I'm like, you have not taken responsibility
or
for your
accountability
behavior. You know what I'm saying? And so the fact that you, I mean, and that's what you're talking about, that emotional intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Because the fact that you were able to offer an apology, not get an apology back, and still were able to move forward with that relationship, that is a level of emotional intelligence that I don't know how we'll reach in this lifetime.
We all have to try for something,
maybe
right?
the next, you know what I'm saying? But seriously,
it's a struggle.
The fact that you let her in, like, you know, that. And, you know, and maybe, you know, that letter of recommendation was her ultimate apology.
Could be. It comes in different ways, too. We've learned that. So you're sitting here, now you have your responsibility, like really serious titles, and you're put in these positions. Did you learn a lot from that position that you took to take with you to the next one? Where do you go next?
Yes. Oh, so many lessons. So many lessons. So, Julia and I have a mutual friend that told me, let your enemies be your angels. And one of the pieces of advice Julia has told me to practice is discernment. The importance of discerning. Not everyone's your friend, and there are a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing. And I agree with you. Apologies are not meant to be offered freely. You know, that took self-reflection for me to apologize. And so in doing, you know, other hard things, I realized that I need to do a lot for myself. It is not about people pleasing.
It's not.
And so the people pleasing and being more discerning, they go hand in hand. Because a lot of times if you're not discerning and you're not really being, you know, being able to tell who is the wolf, who, you know, who's your friend, you know, but it's something that you just have to constantly practice with that emotional intelligence. That's the biggest thing that I've learned. Going back to that expression, your enemies can be your angels, there is a lesson in everything.
Of course.
Right.
There is a lesson in everything. So even those toxic bosses that you've had, those toxic coworkers that you've had, I have learned a lot. I have learned the leader that I want to be.
Yes.
You know, I don't like how this person is in this space. They're showing up in this space.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be that leader that I want for my staff.
Yes.
Yeah.